Hi everyone, welcome to Epic Freedom News. This is a new thing that I'm starting. I'm going to be doing it daily, and it's not really focused on any one topic or subject. I'm going to be talking about mostly anything that interests me or that I want to talk about. So hopefully sparks a discussion or makes you think. I don't know if anyone will watch any of these videos. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, but hopefully we have a little fun. So let's get right into it. The first story I want to cover is about Whoopi Goldberg. That's a name I haven't heard in a while, but when I have, it's usually about retarded shit that she says on The View. I think all of those women have a proverbial screw loose, as far as I can tell, but apparently Whoopi Goldberg has been suspended from The View. I guess we can say goodbye to all those fun opinions. Let's read a little bit about why. ABC News suspended The View host Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks on Tuesday night, one day after she drew significant criticism for falsely declaring that the host was not about race. Effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments, ABC News President Kim Godwin said in a statement. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments, Godwin added. The entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish colleagues, friends, family, and communities. So, she's in some pretty hot water. As Godwin said in her statement, Goldberg had, in fact, apologized for her remarks. On Monday night, Goldberg apologized in a note posted to Twitter, and on Tuesday, Goldberg opened up The View, offering yet another apology. On today's show, I said it's not about race, but about man's inhumanity in man. I should have said it is about both. As Jonathan Greenblatt from the Anti-Defamation League shared, I'm sure that they had some choice words for Mrs. Goldberg. The host was about the systematic annihilation of the people who they deem to be an inferior race. I stand corrected. Blah, blah, blah. With my sincerest apologies, Whoopi Goldberg. A bit confused about why she would say something like that. But from what I remember learning, I think black people were not really on Hitler's good list. But I digress. She said these things, and now she is fired. And she was a pretty big staple on The View. I'll go so far as to say some people probably watched The View for Whoopi Goldberg. Probably not that many people. How many people even watch that show? You don't want to upset certain groups of people. You gotta think first before you speak. Don't poke the bear, Whoopi. I wish her the best. Maybe she can get back into movies, I saw a movie the other day. I forget what it was called. Let's see. Theodore Rex. It's Whoopi Goldberg teams up. She's a police detective who teams up with a dinosaur. It's great. Maybe she could do more stuff like that. I'd love to see a Theodore Rex 2 for 2023. Make a Theodore Rex 2. We would all love to see it instead of watching you say retarded ass like this. Okay? Enough. With another movie star opinion, because we love to hear those. We always want to know what those guys are thinking, They just have such interesting, provocative thoughts, It's as good as gold. This is Sean Penn. He's been in quite a few movies. I Am Sam, Milk, but today he's in the news for a different reason. Actor Sean Penn had words to share about the declining state of masculinity in the West, lamenting that men should not have to become women to show respect for them. Ooh, spicy. So, let's see where he's going with this. The actor, who is promoting his new independent film, Flag Day, sat down for an interview with The Independent, where he was asked about a previous statement he made with regards to masculinity. I don't think that being a brute or having insensitivity or disrespect for a woman has anything to do with masculinity, or ever did, he said at the time. But I don't think that in order to be fair to women, we should become them. Hey, you know what? Good for him. He's speaking his truth. Prompted to clarify his remarks, Penn replied, I have these very strong women in my life who do not take masculinity as a sign of oppression towards them. There are a lot of, I think, cowardly genes that lead to people surrendering their genes and putting on a skirt. Wow. See, this guy's got... It's wordplay, because you shouldn't become woman to show respect for them. You change your genes to change your genes and put on a skirt, you know? It's spicy. It's good. This is some rapid-fire stuff from Mr. Sean Penn. As detailed by Summit News, The Independent, a far-left news outlet, tried to undermine Penn's remarks by suggesting that Penn's daughter, Dylan, who was also present at the interview, went quiet and stared into space as he shared his thoughts. Surely the only thing on her mind was how The Independent and the rest of the left-wing media would twist her father's words and paint him as a misogynistic troglodyte for simply speaking the truth about masculinity and its decline in the West. On the exact same day that it published the interview with Sean Penn, The Independent ran an op-ed by feminist Leonie Cooper, I don't know if I'm saying that right, condemning the actor for his old-school misogyny. The article accused him of having an anti-woman agenda for suggesting that men stop behaving like women. In yet another yikes moment, the Me Too skeptical actor has suggested that surrendering masculinity equates to cowardice. So we love to see it. Sean Penn, keep spitting those zingers out, man. I don't love to talk about Elon Musk. I don't know how I feel about the guy. You know, on one hand, he's pretty base. He's got the zingers like Sean Penn. He's got the memes. He understands certain stuff. You know, he gets it about a lot of stuff that people in his tax bracket, you know, also age group, don't normally get. You know, he gets it. But he's probably not that great of a guy. That's what happens when you're fucking around with large sums of money and doing crazy shit like building rockets and whatnot. But I don't know. I've read some things. Bruh. I don't know. Plus, I mean, when you're that fucking rich, yeah, who knows? He probably eats babies. But maybe not, you know. The optimistic side of me, you know, wants to think he's one of the good guys. Regardless, he is in the news for blasting a WAPO cartoonist depicting freedom convoy truckers as fascists. Those freedom truckers in Canada have garnered the attention of the Washington Post's cartoonist, apparently, and Elon Musk is not happy with his rendition. So, as the Canadian pro-freedom trucker convoy continues to block streets across Ottawa, Tesla CEO and founder Elon Musk slammed a viral Washington Post cartoon that depicts the protesting truckers as fascists. The political cartoon, posted to Twitter by cartoonist Michael Deatter, depicts trucks on a road with their trailers emblazoned with the word fascism, along with the word supply chain written at the bottom of the illustration. Pretty stupid cartoon. Pretty dumb. Really bad take. For those who don't know, in Canada, there's a trucker convoy, the Canadian-U.S. border, in protest of vaccine mandates. And then Elon Musk tweets here, if Canadian government is suppressing peaceful protests, that's where fascism lies, and cartoonist is just a shell. And I mean, Justin Trudeau is a weird fucking dude, man. Saw this video of him the other day boxing. You know, what the fuck is up with that? And then, man, his taste in Halloween costumes is, you know, leaves something to be desired. But good on Elon. Again, here he is supporting the convoy. Canadian truckers rule. We like to see it. Please don't eat any more babies, Elon Musk. We need you. Just keep tweeting. Don't ruin any more ecosystems or anything like that. Now, even though this is a freedom news channel, Epic Freedom News, we love freedom every day. Freedom. America is number one. I would also like to cover some China news. This is something I'm going to be doing every show, just to catch up on what's going on over there, because I think it's something that people are not really monitoring with the degree of intensity that I do. Gotta watch those guys. FBI Director Wray says scale of Chinese spying in the U.S. blew me away. The FBI opens a new Chinese-related counterintelligence investigation every 12 hours on average. And it now has over 2,000 such cases. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know they've got their ear pressed against the glass at our door, right? Chinese spying in the U.S. has become so widespread that the FBI is launching an average of 2 counterintelligence investigations a day to counter the onslaught. FBI Director Christopher Wray said in an interview. Wray has become the U.S. government's most outspoken critic of the Chinese government spying. He said the sheer scale of Chinese efforts to steal U.S. technology shocked him when he became an FBI director in 2017. I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. Frankly, I think that it's probably impossible to do anything on the internet without being spied on by some Chinese website or something or other. You know, Amazon, Facebook, 2 counterintelligence investigations a day. Pretty nuts. A lot of people call it the 50-cent army. They pay these people f***ing pennies on the dollar to go on these websites like Reddit and YouTube and go in the comments and defend China till their last breath with every ounce of strength. There's a lot of those out there. And then one more China-related piece here. I'm going to be reacting to this video about China's social credit system here. And apparently it's just an overview of the way the system works. So let's watch.
Now the Chinese are also ranked, given a mark out of a possible 950 points. A score in the 700s is considered good. Around the 500 mark is not. For now, the number is a sort of bank credit rating, keeping track of everyone's spending habits.
I think being ranked is a good thing. A society has to have rules.
It forces us to be well-behaved.
It may seem scary, but it's just like that here. We're used to it. And anyway, we don't have a choice.
But in an effort to keep all of its subjects in line, Beijing is taking the system a step further in 2020. It's aggregating data gathered by banks, private companies, and the state to rate if someone's a good or bad citizen.
By using the most data possible, the so-called big data, the system will play an important role in rebuilding a moral society.
The state will go over every detail of a person's life with a fine-tooth comb. Their financial situation, spending habits, career, even behavior on social media. Criticizing the government online or displaying outward signs of wealth is a no-no. On the other hand, praising the party or giving blood increases your social credit. Journalist Liu Hu. He got a little too close to uncovering corruption among high-profile party members. After being sued for defamation by the subject of a story he'd written, he was blacklisted. But he only realized when he tried to buy a train ticket and was told he was banned from traveling.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished because he's been branded untrustworthy by the state.
Once you're blacklisted, you can no longer get a bank loan, start a business, buy an apartment, or even send your children to a private school.
In theory, everything can be taken into account in the social score.
If you don't think that they're gonna bring that shit here, you're delusional, because they are. It's already happening. Yeah, that's evil. That's f***ing terrible. I don't even really know what to say to that. I've decided that I'm gonna have a little section here at the end where we watch TikToks together. So you and me are gonna watch 4 or 5 TikToks, and we're gonna have a blast.
Oh shit, Morty. It's TikTok time.
Bruh.
I'm Dominic. I go by he, him, and my at is the trans pan asshole.
I'm Keegs. I use they, it, and my at is that random person.
My it is kind of sad.
I use they, he, she pronouns.
Because it's just like
that random gender.
your fucking thing, you know?
My name is Alexander.
It.
I am he, they, and my at is fat cat.
What is it?
Penn.
Get it out of here.
I'm Milo. I go by he's it.
Throw it in the trash.
Milo.yeah0.
No, but I'm not gonna say anything worried about these guys.
Ayo, Dan, he, him.
Maybe I already did.
_fruity.
Moving on. This person apparently has some new pronouns for us to try out. Some fun new little doodads, little gadgets, gizmos. So let's see what's up with that.
My pronouns are a little bit too complicated to fit in my bio, so I was just going to leave them out, but I've decided to make a video about it. Pronouns that I use are they, them, she, her, and clown, self. I prefer a mixture of those, but I do know that some people have a really hard time mixing different pronouns together, and if that is something you really struggle with, I would prefer that you not exclusively use she, her. If you're only going to use one pronoun set for me, use they, them, or clown, self. I don't want to be called she, her alone. However, I really prefer a mixture of all three. And please do not use he, him pronouns for me, ever. I don't like them. They make me dysphoric. Thank you.
All right. So, I've heard a lot of these before. Clown self. I'm familiar with the clown pronouns, okay? There's a lot of clowns out there. I'm kind of confused by this person's request. Not necessarily confused, but it's a lot, man. It's a lot to ask. Because, even, I'll call someone clown self, demon self, whatever. Peanut butter, I'll call someone foot knuckle, I'll call someone rutabaga. I don't care. Whatever they want. Whatever they feel comfortable with. But, man, you got like 4 or 5 of those, and you're asking people to randomly kind of just shuffle through them like an iPod. But also they can't. Don't use one exclusively. You can use one of them, but only if you use the other, 3 or 4 every once in a while along with it. Clearly she doesn't want to be called the she, since that's probably too normal. But I digress. I wish clown and clown self the best. Alright, so let's watch. Yeah, someone really should check on their brother. Like, is he okay? Fuck. Yeah, she's got a gnarly face. But, no disrespect. I guess we got some eating here. She's gonna eat something, so let's see what she's about to eat.
So this is fruit roll-up and butter. The fruit roll-up and the butter is frozen. I had it in the freezer overnight. I always do that. This is vinegar and tahini. Super good, super good. So dip it, and so juicy.
Bruh.
This is really good.
Wow.
Combo snack. I gotta try that. So good.
Really, the butter is the culprit here for the fucking nastiness. Holy shit. Because, I've had, you've ever put some butter on your toast, and it doesn't quite melt all the way, and you kind of get a little bit too big of a chunk of butter in your mouth. That's already gross. Shoving a whole fucking stick of butter in your mouth, and it's covered in fruit roll-up or whatever. It's disgusting. It's awful. Dipped in tahini and vinegar. Man. None of that goes together. None of those ingredients go with any of each other. But, bad. Not good stuff. One more. But let's see. Maybe this one will cheer me up. No. No, it did not end up, in fact, cheering me up. So, yeah. I mean, look, I have gone longer than I should have before without showering. It sucks because I was depressed. I was just locked in my room all day, not doing anything, But I never made a fucking TikTok about it. Weird flex. That's all. Anyway, have a blessed Wednesday. This has been Epic Freedom News. Episode 1. I think this is the thing.